Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I was having to interrupt the songs that I play at the start of my streams. They're generally better than everything I'm about to make, you know, content-wise. But, good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a nice whatever it is. Hope you're having hope you had a nice holiday. What do you mean I was just thinking about you, cool kid? Evelyn, that's a little bit threatening, actually. That makes me scared. Good morning, everyone. The horse is here, as usual. In the middle of your Warframe passives video. Feel free to flame me for my opinions. I actually don't think fuck. I don't know if I updated that with the 1999 passives. I probably should go do that.
Fucking what the fuck?
You'll see what I mean pretty soon. What the fuck does that mean? Oh no. I actually wonder, I forgot to, like, update the stream details. Was this set to do what it's supposed to do? Hold on, I need to double check this real quick. Make sure it's in the playlist. It is set to public. Okay, I think we're fine. I think I only mostly fucked it up. Platonic, yeah, I hope so. You, Robin, you're kind of a freak, no offense. I don't have anything in mind for this stream. I just thought, fuck it, we might as well mess around for a little bit, as is usual. Something I kind of want to talk about, I guess a little bit. The stream doesn't have enough people here for people to point and laugh at me about this yet, but the Exalted Blade video has done, like, really, really poorly, and it kind of has got me in, like, this, I don't know, kind of a weird mental state about, like, my plan was to devote myself to this series for, like, the next several months, but, like, does anyone even care? I've already got the script for Hysteria, has its first draft done. Exalted Blades episode was 8 pages, Hysteria is 5.5, so it'll probably be closer to 15 minutes. It kind of depends on how fast I read it, but I am just like, damn, like, should I commit myself to this kind of project? Because, like, on the one hand, I still want to make it, and it's been a project that I've been planning on doing for a long time, but after 1 year, I don't think that this is going to be the same kind of thing. I don't think I've had a video perform like this since the April Fool's video. The April Fool's video actually did better than this one. So I feel like, because sort of, here's the current plan, because there's, okay, this is a complicated thing. I need to stop getting ahead of myself. So my plan is to make the Exalted series, right? So we're going to go, over the course of the next few months, we're going to get all, like, fucking 20 episodes or whatever of it done. Okay. Then my plan is to go through feedback in the comments and implement that feedback into the videos I've already made. And then once that's been done, I'm going to do two things. One, I'm going to release the full Exalted Weapon video, and that's purely to spite Sabuchi, because he said that if I ever released the Exalted Weapon video, he would make a tier list of every single mod in the entire game. And so I need to release it as one video to make sure he's not allowed to worm his way out of it because it's a playlist. The other thing is that my plan is to, all of the updated versions of the episodes will then be released as, like, 2.0 overhaul versions of the original episodes. The old series will be archived, and the new series, or the updated version of the series, will kind of be the standard. Because I've already been trying to implement what feedback I can into future episodes, with like things I might have missed and stuff like that. What happened to the Q&A? The 25k Q&A? The funny thing is I actually had a bunch of stuff to do that, and I just haven't gotten around to it purely because there was so little interest, I forgot about it. But, so, that's kind of the plan, is finish the whole... Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted to go back and start trying to implement the feedback into it now. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, look, there's all this stuff that I should have talked about. Like, I didn't bring up Lycath's Hunt in Excalibur's episode. I feel like I should have done that. Huh. If you guys could let me know, is the stream lagging? I'm getting a notification of dropped frames. This happened last time. If anyone could let me know if it's stuttering or if my voice is dropping or anything like that.
It's still a slideshow, babe.
Well, yeah, but I'm getting a notice in OBS that I'm dropping frames. Hold on, let me go ahead and... the stream might stutter for a sec. We'll wait for this. Okay, we're gonna see if this this causes problems. I went ahead and just quickly restarted. This happened last stream too, where it was fucking up until we restarted it at the beginning. Anyways, as I was saying, it's difficult for me to not try and go and implement that feedback now, because like I didn't talk about Lycath's Hunt in the Excalibur video or Zata's Whisper, and I had builds for both of them, so I don't know why the fuck I never brought them up. There's also, like, I didn't bring up Emergence Dissipate as a thing that can restore channeled ability energy and stuff like that. So, it's, mostly that kind of thing, where it's, like, somewhat minor stuff here and there that I should have added, and I just have to resist the urge to add it now, because I feel like it's going to be better off if I just get through the series, and then we can sort of take everything, you know, together. The thing is, though, in order to get feedback, right, I have to read the comments. And I hate to say this. A lot of the comments are really fucking stupid. Okay, that's really mean, but I'm sorry, there are some things that just... Like, when you've seen them as much as I have, I guess, and I can't imagine how, like, larger YouTubers like Sab cope with this, it's just frustrating. Like, the amount of comments that say things that are in the video or have nothing to do with the video just kind of bewilders me. Because, like, the ones that have pointed out, like, oh, hey, cool kid, you should have brought up Zata's Whisper or what have you, like, that stuff is helpful. And then you have, like, comments either saying something that was already in the video, like, well, why didn't you use this? And it's like, I did. I bring that up in the video. Or saying things that have nothing to do with the video, like, at all. Like, there was one comment, I don't want to, like, you know, put this person on blast, but they left a comment about Ash, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't really know why this is here, because this video has nothing to do with him. Like, Ash is actually going to be talked about at the end of the series in the Odds and Ends video, because there's weird stuff with him. Even more recently, like, Kamisato and, Summoner's Wrath affect Bladestorm, his clones from Bladestorm. So there's some cool stuff with him that we're going to talk about way at the end of the series in a few months, more likely than not. But I just found it weird. Or, like, a comment I've received multiple times is, are you going to cover Pseudo-Exalteds? Which, yes, I say that in the intro video to the series. They just have to watch the last 5 seconds of the video or something. But, and look, most comments are not that dumb, and I'm not trying to put anyone on blast. Some of them just, like, kind of, I guess, miss the point, I feel like. I don't know. It's kind of because I don't want to, like, be mean to anybody, and that's not my intention at all. There's just some stuff that I feel like either is just not related, or... also, yeah, Heliacorn, Ballistica, Ghosts don't count. I don't know why that's the case. What are Pseudo-Exalteds? Whipclaw, Landslide, Shattered Lash, and Slash Dash. The difference is they use the mods on your melee weapon. You don't mod them yourselves, or themselves. But... like, a comment I've received very often, I might have brought this up actually the other day, maybe I didn't, but a comment I've received a lot of is Exalted Blade sucks, and Excalibur's better without it. And my issue with this comment, I think, should be probably immediately obvious. Okay, the video is called Explaining Every Exalted Blade. Did you expect me to just skip this for the series? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I think some people just genuinely wanted me to shit on it harder. Like, they were mad that I didn't go hard enough on Exalted Blade. And it's like, look, I feel like the first half of the video is me explaining in pretty painstaking detail all of its problems, but I don't want to tell people that they can't use Exalted Blade because it sucks. I feel like that's just a shitty thing to do, honestly. I already know everything. I respect that. But I feel like with that kind of thing, I don't know. It's like, I get that, yeah, Excalibur, realistically, doesn't need Exalted Blade. It's a very dated weapon. Like, I'm not going... And I say that in the video multiple times. Exalted Blade shows its age. It's 15% status and crit chance, 70% slash weighting. It's a pretty middling weapon statistically. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video isn't to, shit on Exalted Blade, because it's just to explain how it works. Like, my goal is to try and err away from, shitting on weapons that I don't like or that I don't think are good. Like, in the upcoming video, I've been live for almost 12 minutes, and I've just been on the slideshow. I hope you guys enjoy these stupid images. Anyways, but, because, my goal is to try and not shit on anything or insert my, negative feelings about the Exalteds to the extent that they would drive people away. Because I don't want to tell people that they can't use something they find fun. Because, where's the fun in the series if I pull up, Exalted Blade is shit, don't use it, and the video was just 10 minutes of a black screen? That's not the point. Popular bad thing and tell people what to think. That's kind of how it feels. But, I don't know. That's just something I kind of wanted to get off my mind, because I don't really understand I guess the frame of mind that people are in to leave comments like that, almost, of I don't know. I feel like it's just so fundamentally missing the point in terms of, yeah, it's a series about explaining Exalted weapons. You don't have to like Exalted Blade, but the point of the series is to talk about how it works and how to make it work, so... Because, the only Exalted weapon that I think I'm going to probably kind of shit-talk is Hysteria. And that's primarily because Hysteria just has so much random bullshit working against it for no reason. I'm just the messenger, that's just the way it is, that's how it feels. But, with, Hysteria, as I've been working on it, all it has going for it is its slide attack. Its slide attack is just insanely good, so it's enough to work with. And I feel like I have that sort of tension with myself of, I don't want to say... oh, well, you can't use this or you can't use that. But, I can't advocate that you don't use the slide attack. The stance is not good at all. It has virtually no multipliers. 2 of its attacks open enemies to finishers for, a third of a second. It's just not very good. I feel like the slide attack is just so over-centralizing, and the invincibility has so many asterisks attached to it with, the energy drain ramping up, and the fact that you can kill yourself if you dispel the ability too close to enemies. All of that stuff. And it's I don't want to make it augment should be part of Hysteria's base kit. I bring it up, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's good, at all. I don't like Hysterical Assault, personally. I think it's kind of a stupid augment. I basically refer to Hysterical Assault as the bad augment, and Enraged as the good augment. People becoming increasingly stupid, that's just how it be. Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure that, Sabuchi experienced a lot of issues because he criticized Valkyr once, which is funny. So I guess if my address suddenly appears online, you all probably know why, but, because my... like I said, Hysteria is not going to be as long, because I feel like there's, mechanically not as much to talk about as Exalted Blade, because Exalted Blade's waves are a pretty complex subject. I think Iron Staff is going to be it might actually be the shortest of all of the video, or all the melees, at least. Because Iron Staff is a pretty simple weapon. It's not bad by any stretch, it's just nothing that crazy. I think Desert Wind will probably be a pretty long episode. I don't know about Shadow Claws. That depends on how I approach it. And then we're gonna move into Dexpixia and Dewata, which is weird because Dewata is apparently a viable weapon now if you bend over backwards to make it work. But The Pilgrim's Pistols, or the Balefire Charger does have some interesting stuff. Have you tried Soulframe? I've tried it, but I haven't played it as much, or that much. I realistically can't give a great take on it. I should probably actually start playing the game. I kind of forgot that this is supposed to be the Warframe stream, and not just the I talk about random bullshit stream. Anyways,
Ambient stream.
Today's live reaction was provided by Blueprint again. I've just been getting through the ones he submitted because they're funny. Also, Soulframe is going to be leaving its testing phase soon, but... How about Garuda's hidden talents? They're not necessarily hidden, but yeah, I am going to talk about them. Soulframe's closed demo has been or closed alpha has been expanding, and early next year they're going to no longer be closed. It'll still be an alpha, but it's no longer going to be the, a closed alpha. Q&A when? I answer enough questions on my stream. I don't know, honestly. Is Sevagoth Shadow basically an exalted weapon? It's kind of complicated. Also, I will say this real quick, Lunatic. I think that... Okay, I'm going to get back to your question in a second, because I'm probably going to rant about this more than I expect. So, Sevagoth's Shadow is technically called Exalted Shadow. So, Exalted Shadow is technically the whole character is unexalted in some capacity. So my plan is to approach it from that angle of, the whole Shadow is the Exalted that we're talking about. Because, I want to bring up Venari as an Exalted companion, so I'm going to talk about her in that light as well. As for Lunatic's question, as to the Hex thing, I think that being locked out of the conversations at best friend status is fucking stupid. It genuinely pisses me off. I really enjoyed talking to the Hex, and there are several conversations I know I didn't get, because not everyone gets the same ones. I've seen Nitro do conversations I never got. I've seen people in my Discord post screenshots from conversations I never got. But once you hit, just to prove my point, once you hit best friend status, you get one best friend conversation, and then they never come back. It's just that's it. It's the system is over now. And, I hate that. And I hope that it gets changed, because I get that certain conversations build on other ones and are, contextually dependent. But there's a bunch of stuff that I never got to talk about with them that I feel should be there. Because, yeah, I never got Square Spaghetti. There's a conversation that you can have with Eleanor about why she's in Holvania. I never got that one. Conversation about what it was like growing up with Arthur. I never got that one. There's a bunch of conversations I missed that were really interesting. And I hope that at some point they decide to make it so that as long as it's not, contingent on some other thing happening, I think you should be able to just, work your way through the system, all the conversations you haven't had yet. This happened just today. Yeah, this can happen today, or I think yesterday for some characters. Complains about being socially inept. Real and true. Just tell us to reset the progress. I really hope not, because I don't want to reset it. Also, yeah, I agree, Evelyn. Your dad must be your best friend if that's how the best friendship works. I need to suck Arthur's toes. Okay, look, no one here was expecting Warframe to get that freaky, okay? I don't really want to reset. Not even just that. Minor spoiler, I guess, but the Hex are aware that you can reset their memories, and on multiple occasions, different characters can ask you to please not do it. And I'm sorry, but now that you've made it canon, I don't want to ever do it.
Yeah.
Who knew Trinity was into pegging people? I think she's into a lot more than that. But, that's besides the point. That's messed up as fuck. Yeah, I agree. I've been watching... Because something that kind of sucks, for me at least... Okay, so DE was alright, you can have them as a lover or your best friend. But once you reach best friend, nothing happens. There's no content tied to being someone's best friend. It's either you date them, or they ghost you for the rest of your fucking life. And so... there's a lot of lines that offer interesting insight that are not achievable without dating a character. And so I've been watching videos that people are uploading of them dating characters so that I can hear those lines, because I don't want to do it. But it's interesting because there's some insights from characters that have nothing to do with you dating them, but are nonetheless really interesting. And I kind of just like, damn, I wish that I would, you know, have some way to engage in some of these conversations without this system, because it feels like if you don't date someone, the system's just over. And I think that kind of sucks. I wish best friends would come into the back room. Yeah, you have all 6 of them there at all times. Well, he's scared to move on with his own. This is a video game, you jackass. But I would love, like, I really, really hope that in the future, conversations you don't get can still happen, even if they're technically supposed to be at, like, earlier points in the relationship, so long as it's not, like, a relationship-building kind of thing. Because, like, here's the thing. Do I need the chemistry from the conversations? No, but that's not the fucking point. I didn't like the conversation system because of the chemistry that I gained from them. I liked it because it was interesting, and had a lot of interesting insights into lore and things like that that I wouldn't have known otherwise. And so I'm just like, damn, can that come back, please? They need a raise? I agree. Yeah, a lot of the insights that you get from dating the characters, other than them just being aggressively horny, which I think is kind of surprising. Also, I'm sorry, everyone. If you know about this, then I'm about to disappoint you. If you don't, then I'm still going to disappoint you. Quincy, when you transfer into him with the Gemini skin and you're dating him, one of his lines is mistakenly text-to-speech. It's not actually voiced, and it's now on the known issues list, so they're going to murk that shit soon. I'm sorry, everyone. Can I have it? No. Yeah, I do feel like I'm gonna have to start using, like, online tools. Polish his rifle. Yeah, that's the line. It's weirdly sexual, but it's like fucking Microsoft Sam, which makes it really funny. To be accessible from the companion app, that would be cool, but that would require them to remember the companion app. I don't know if DE has updated it with anything significant in ages, to be perfectly honest. Can you show us, or is there like a video? You can find it as a video. Just look up like who is it? There's 2 channels that have been uploading a lot of the romance stuff, but it's like Quincy dating Gemini lines. I can't show it because I'm not dating Quincy. And they had TTS voice lines. That's just Ubisoft dipping their toes into the water, being able to replace their employees with AI. Let's be real here. Ubisoft would do that shit in a heartbeat. And then ban the word AI from chat so that you couldn't talk about it. Like how the chat gets censored if you talk about LGBT. Who are you dating? No one. Because the system is optional and I don't want to engage with it. Yeah, I'll say Nitro here. Nitro here, not any of the fictional characters. You know what? Fuck it. You know what, guys? I'm working at Big Bites. You think I can get this guy to buy a pizza? Hold it. You think this guy's gonna buy? What are we thinking? They should put Nitro in the game. They already do. He's my K.
Yeah.
And it was funny as fuck, so they get a pass. You know, fair enough. Can someone come buy this pizza into AI dating? Was the holdfasts? Damn. They need a they-them wink to expand the hex? What the fuck does that mean?
Huh?
I hope someone buys the pizza. I don't even remember what instance of the mall I'm in. Which means well, not other people, just me, thank you very much. Can't date Quincy because of Loke. Real and true. The Loke mob has canceled me. You know what's even funnier is that's accurate, because if you break up with someone, you get a line of, or like a faint voice line of the man in the wall laughing. So yeah, the Loke mob has prevented you from dating people. Doesn't show you the instances? Damn. I will say, when it comes to proto-frames, I do hope that we get more, but I don't really expect us to, honestly. Because I feel like, they're so much more complex than every other character in this game. Up yours, a Loke mob. We'll see who's indifferent about who. Yeah, deadass. And fucking Jordan Peterson if he was in Warframe. But are they going to break the cycle? As far as I'm aware, no. Also, we didn't have Barrow last weekend, so far as I remember. He's coming back, though. But I feel like with the proto-frames, I don't know if we'll ever get new ones, because they took so much effort to make, and then you also would have to have, like, lines from all 6 of the existing cast in reference to them. Also, I just realized I'm not on spoiler mode, so I should probably have re-enabled that before coming here. I guess it doesn't matter a ton, but actually I'm curious if it even works. I'm gonna leave and come back and see. Have you tried Impetus yet? I have not. I haven't maxed it yet. I don't really want to fuck with the arcanes too much until I have them leveled up enough that I can really get an idea of how good they actually are. Do any of them mention the Gordon cutouts? Not as far as I'm aware. We should visit Gordon. See the logs in Owie's room? Yeah, I have read them. I see them like every mission. Yeah, like, I really do hope. Also, I am too attached to my orbiter. Let's say hi to Gordon real quick. Hello, Gordon. Here, can just as the certified lurker moment, you know, if you've been hanging out in chat, haven't been saying much, but, you know, just to make sure you're alive, can we get some hello, Gordon? Everyone say hello to Gordon. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Gordon. Gordon. Holy shit. Gorbino's quest. Hello, Gordon. Thank you for the, what do they call it on Twitch? A resub? I don't fucking know. Thank you for wasting your money, Fringe Incarnate.
Let's go.
The Gordon on the... Yeah, there is a Gordon down on the ground floor, isn't there? I don't ever remember where he is, though. He's just, like, around here somewhere. Oh, the spoiler mode just straight up doesn't matter. Okay, well, that's funny. Creator mode doesn't actually hide the rank 5 spoiler.
Oh, well, no.
We're a little rushed. I feel like it was fine. It does kind of feel a little forced, but at the same time, I get it. They were like, man, this needs to happen for plot reasons. What is the rank 5 spoiler? I'll give you one guess.
Help around here?
Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. Hello, Gordon. Actually moves around. Yeah, it's the real Gordon. It's the real Gordon. He's just down here walking around. Where is rank 5 Gordon, actually? Never mind, I know everything already. Yeah, Evelyn, what the fuck? Fucking make gifs when I fail my finals. You know, fair enough, actually. Gordon Freeman is Hex rank 5? Yes, that's what he becomes, a proto-frame. Have them meet the Hex. There are lines that talk about them, but I don't think they can have the operator in this environment. Because, as far as the Lotus said in Lotus Eaters, at least it has to be the Drifter. Rank 5 spoiler is Freddy Fazbear. That's true. Look at all of these cameras. You know, I'm... What the fuck? What is going on here? Huh?
Oh, yeah, the floating fire.
Anyways. Also, here, real quick, because some people are asking, in Owie's room, if you want to read it, this computer here is interactable and contains information about, like, some lore about online and the liches. It's pretty interesting. I'd recommend reading it, but I don't plan on reading it myself. It's not locked behind any rank up as far as more. You can go read it so long as you have access to Holvania. Also, I think they might have fucked up, because despite it being spring, the mall still hasn't changed from winter, it seems like. Who's really physically affectionate? What does that mean? Also, someone asked earlier about the... Actually, I can just show this now. Someone asked earlier about the Apex boss runs from one of the previous streams. I actually finished them. I did some mining off camera, if you will, but spring is just this cold. Yeah, I guess Holvania is actually set in fucking Iowa. Anyways, I finished that on my own. So I've gotten all 12 accolade glyphs. For those who don't know, you can get these as special rewards for doing certain hard mode bosses with specific Warframe solo. So the Hex ones are for doing the harder version of the tank solo, and then all these other ones are for doing the fragmented ones solo. At least I'm in a normal game. There are several things I wish that the skins were more contextually aware of, but which one was the hardest? Excalibur was actually free as fuck. Like, for the tank, it was easily Cyto 9. I also struggled on Nyx, but that was purely bad luck. Do they have one for every frame? No, these are the only 12 currently. Nyx, I kept having bad luck because the RPG kept falling in the sludge, and so I would die trying to retrieve it, which was incredibly irritating. But I would say Sight was the hardest. As for the fragmented one, I actually didn't really struggle with anyone. Like, I think the only one I died with was Sevagoth, and that was because I forgot that if Gloom was active and I went Operator, he could still take damage. Do they actually come to the future? Lines with Quincy and his, like, when you talk to him implies that yes, when fighting the base tank. My issue is that there's a bug where the suicide bombers in the second phase can see you while you're invisible, which makes it really annoying. At least in my opinion. All the other frames have some way to stun them. The various suicide bombers. Like, you know, you can use like Discharge, Crush, Radial Blind, stuff like that. Let them live in the future. You have to be transferred into them for it to happen, it seems like. Just to buff damage. You know, I respect that. But I don't know, for the fragmented one, none of them were that hard, which surprised me, because I expected Vauban to be really tough, but it wasn't actually that big of a deal. I will say this, in my humble opinion, the tank is way easier than the fragmented one. It's still difficult, but I don't think it's as hard. The main tricky thing with the, split across the screen, she's just hanging out over here. But my struggle with the tank is the first phase is a clusterfuck that will overwhelm you, and you just have to beat it as fast as possible, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Used to playtest solo runs. I'm not sure what dictates who got one for the fragmented. They are really cool, though. Like, this Jade one looks great. I feel like the Gauss one is... I feel like his head proportions are a little weird to me, but I don't know. Mirage's is really cool. Protea, I don't love her default helmet, but I think you kind of have to work with it. Sevagoth's looks really great. I actually like Vauban's a lot, too. Now, will I use any of them? No, because I still have the top 1010 trivia glyph, and I'm not taking that shit off to be a DPS check. Like, here's the thing. The tank is not that hard to actually kill. The problem is that you have to get through certain invulnerability phases.
Yeah, the shit that is in the tank boss fight, that's the bitch of it.
It's like, when you're fighting the tank on hard mode, there's like 30 fucking sniper balloons that will constantly try to kill you, and you have the radioactive sludge that nullifies you. To get Overguard had the worst death loop I've ever had. That's rough. Yeah, Phase 1 tank, especially on the hard mode, is incredibly difficult to deal with, in my opinion. That's the problem? Yeah, the sludge balloons and the hordes of Eximus units make it really difficult. The thing is, my strategy, which I guess you can watch the stream in the VOD playlist if you want to see it, but armor strip them with Vastalock so that the RPG can insta-kill the tank, and then I would just break the nodes, shoot the RPG, drop the RPG in a safe place, shoot the nodes again, and then shoot it with the same RPG. That was my strategy, was just get through the first phase as fast as possible. The second phase is infinitely more manageable. It still has, like, the suicide bombers are still really annoying and will kill you very fast, and the juice towers are also concerning, but for the most part, I think that the second phase is much more manageable, and Lex Prime makes it very easy. The fragmented one is tricky, because the fragmented one has a shit ton of health, but if you take too long, he kills you. And he also is just constantly spawning enemies throughout his second phase, and his first phase spits out Eximus units every now and again. Pillars that do damage over time. The main thing is if you keep an eye on the pillars and break them as soon as they spawn, then I feel like they're not nearly as bad. Not like the balloons. The balloons that spit out the sludge in the first phase, even if you break them, they'll just come right back.
Yeah.
Only sculpture thing that gets infested? Yeah, it do be like that. Just annoying because he's a bullet sponge. Like, his attacks hit hard, but they're all fairly predictable. The main issue with him is just the amount of bullshit he spawns. Are you just down? If you die to one of those bosses, revives are disabled. Like, you can last gas, but if that fails, you just die. And like I said, for the accolade glyphs, you have to do them solo, which is noteworthy. I didn't really have any plans for the stream. It's been 35 minutes, and I've not actually done anything, but I think that my viewers are used to that. Easy for solo fragmented one. I wouldn't know, honestly. I've never done it on her. The tank. Just like the boss design approach these days. Honestly, I disagree personally. I think that the fragmented and the tank are two of the game's better bosses because they're actually telegraphed and have actual mechanics. Like, Duviri no decree run a classic. That's true. We could do Duviri all decree run and hit a rock for 9 million damage just for old time's sake. Also, I haven't played that much of Face Off. I honestly don't like it that much. But when it comes to the bosses, I think a lot of old Warframe bosses are really boring to me. Like, I'm in the minority with this opinion, and I'm well aware of that. But I feel like for me at least, I think that the bosses, like, having some genuine mechanics, even if it makes them take longer to kill, I still think is fun. Because, yeah, they might have invincibility phases, and that can be kind of annoying, but I don't particularly care because it feels like I'm actually fighting a boss. Like, if you go to, like... I'm trying to think of how I want to talk about this. Because there are some that do this mechanic, but shittily, right? Like, the Jackal, I think, does its mechanics well for the most part. Where it has invincibility phases, sure, but at the same time, there's still... What the fuck is my cat doing? He's stuck in the ramp. What are you looking at me like that for? Hello? Do you guys think he can get out? He's just getting vacuumed up. Anyways, so the Jackal has invincibility phases, but I don't think the Jackal feels like that much of a slog to fight. Because the invincibility phase is pretty interactive, right? But then you have, like, Sargus Ruck. And Sargus Ruck's mechanic is just makes him take forever for no fucking reason. Same with Lek Krill. Lek Krill is break a pipe and then just wait. There's no interactive element. You just wait for him to do his thing, and then you can break the next one, which I think is boring. I feel like there are some bosses that we have in the game that are better than others that are later on. Like, I like Exploiter Orb a lot. I won't deny her second phase lasts way too fucking long. Oh, am I losing frames again? Oh, what the fuck? Hold on. Stream is having another moment. You know, I wonder, I recently... Oh dear, this is actually struggling, like, big time. Are we still alive?
Hello?
My internet is having a huge aneurysm.
Uh-oh, streaming.
Yeah, it's not... My upload rate is just plummeted.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's not doing good. No, we're at 98% dropped frames. Oh, what the fuck is going on? I swapped my internet equipment recently. And I wonder if this is what's happening. This didn't happen before this. That's concerning. I better call the help desk. Come on, OBS, I need you to work with me on this. It's not working with me on this at all, actually. Hold on.